Hey guys, it's Night Fox here, and the sun decided to come out, and it's kind of in the way, but I guess I'm just gonna make do. So, hey, how's it going? How are you guys doing? I pray for some of you guys, so I would love to hear an update on how you guys are doing. And if you want me to pray for you, or if you want prayers for anything specific, just let me know, and we can I guess do a prayer thing for each other. But um yeah, right now I'm out in nature right now, and I am just sitting here in my car making a video, and I have a really pretty meadow in front of me. It's really cool. Also, sorry if I seem tired today. I've been pretty exhausted lately, specifically the past couple of days, or maybe the past 3 weeks. It just really hit me, so I'm also losing my voice. But yeah, so I don't even know where to start. So um and also this glare is really bothering me. Maybe I could okay, so that is a lot better. But um so yeah, um I don't even know where to start. So much has happened within this year, I don't even know where to begin. So um I have a lot of updates. A lot of you have had questions, how's my depression doing? Um, how am I doing? What's been up? All these different questions. And in this video, I really just want to address all of those questions. Um, so yeah. So I ended up getting a job, a really good job. I work for USPS, and I love my job. I prayed for this job for a while, and I did end up getting the job. Um, but I also ended up kind of learning maybe we shouldn't always pray for things that we want to happen. Sometimes we need to pray just for the Lord's will, because now I'm facing all of these problems with my job right now. Um, but yeah, and now I'm deciding should I do this, should I do that, or whatever, and I'm kind of just trying to give it to God, so that I end up in the right spot, I guess. So yeah. So, but yeah, I work for USPS. It's everything is going pretty good there, honestly. I work with really nice people. I feel very blessed. I'm making really good money. Um, it's a very hard job for sure. It's not for, it's for, you have to be a little tough to do the job, to put it short. So, um, so yeah. But, um, yeah, I've been doing that for kind of a while, and now I'm considering joining a program for something else, but I'm kind of on the fence of what to do, or what I should do. So I also ended up becoming friends with some people I fell out with, and the Lord taught me a lot about forgiveness and the power of forgiveness, and through that a lot has blossomed, and it's just incredible seeing it unfold, um all because I decided to forgive, which personally has always been a problem with me. I've always had a forgiveness problem. It's very hard for me to move on, especially from very intense things. Specifically those things, I have a very hard time letting go of. But the Lord is really teaching me to let go and to just give things to Him, and it's an incredible journey. Incredible. Things have happened I never would have dreamed of happening, just because I decided to do that, So, but the thing is with forgiveness is it's mandatory. If you're a Christian, you really do have to forgive. You can't just hold grudges, and no, it does not say that in the Bible, basically. So yeah, I don't know how to say that. It's forgiveness is mandatory, basically, and it's crucial, and it's essential. um So yeah. Also, I wish I could like roll down my windows because it's getting kind of hot here. I think I'm just like gonna like start my car for like a little bit so like my car can like cool down because the sun is like heating it up. But yeah, anyways, let me just put these like another direction. So yeah, what else? So yeah, the Lord reintroduced me somebody in my life, and I'm so glad I forgave them because they have opened up so many doors for me. Doors I never would have even dreamed of. And when I got reconnected with that person, I started attending their healing house. I was attending like the church like a while back, and then we ended up having a fallout, and then I just completely stopped going to church, and then she ended up leaving that church and she started attending a healing house instead. And I feel like it's like a lot more fitting for me personally, because obviously I like need healing, and it is Christian based, so you know everything they do is literally centered around the Bible and teachings of the Bible, and they're very intellectual. They've gone through programs, they have gone through schooling for these things, all these different things, and I just feel incredibly blessed because I'm just so happy I decided to like give the Lord a chance and just say yes to him and hold his hand through this. And it really is just like incredible, like truly. And this friend of mine decided to pursue life coaching, and this is kind of TMI, but like initially it was because of like our first ever interaction. Like she realized that she liked helping people like me, so she ended up joining life coaching and realized it was her calling. I even like helped her choose the name of it, which like I thought was just like, I don't know, I just thought it was like a huge blessing. And I just always try to like keep in mind that like nobody's perfect on this earth. Like we really do have to forgive each other. And I've learned a lot about just everything. So yeah, I don't even know where to start, and everything has just been making sense to me lately. I feel like this video is going to be kind of jumpy, so kind of bear with me, but everything has just been making sense to me lately, like why I isolated myself, like why it took this long, like everything is like lining up, you know. And the Lord wanted this testimony to just be so powerful. He wanted it to just be so groundbreaking that it's like I literally couldn't put out my testimony, you know, because the story is just not done yet. I really think that the Lord has a very, very powerful testimony in store, and I'm just so excited to see what the Lord does and like what the Lord even like has in store. I'm just like so freaking excited about that. So yeah. And what else? But yeah, as I guess like as like an update, like what's been going on lately. So I'm just working a lot, trying to just keep up with the job, try to work faster. I'm job looking, like I'm trying to figure out how to just get by at the moment. I do think the right doors will open at the right time, and I'm just trying not to worry as much and just, you know, just give it to God, I guess. So, but yeah, what else? So as for the depression, my depression is getting better, and I feel like it came with time, but it came with my relationship with the Lord. So when I finally started making God like the most ultimate priority, like really just say no to worldly things, like just get into worship music, like start doing the daily bread, like doing all these different things that like God wants me to do. I feel like that's when I started getting breakthrough. I started getting, and you know, I'm not like, don't think I'm like 100% healed right now, because the truth is like I'm not. That's just honestly the truth. Like I still, so people at my church, it's not really a church. I call it church, but it's a healing house. It's not a church, but so people at the house, like, they all go through this thing called deliverance, and it's very, very crucial to them. And I have seen things that have made me realize it is really important. So I'm going through my deliverance probably soon, and just pray for me, and just pray for the Lord's will with me, honestly, that everything goes good. And this has been a long time coming, but honestly, I know it's 100% necessary to move on with my life, and to just finally see like who I was really meant to be and who I was born to be, you know. So I'm just so excited, like truly, like my heart just like flares up like every time I like think about it, because I really do get excited, like, so. And like my really close friends like understand, and you know, they get like how much I want to get like delivered, I guess. So, but yeah, right now I'm getting like, I think it's called discipleship right now. So I'm being discipled, and then I am working with like my relationship with God every day, and it is getting better. It's hard sometimes, and sometimes I do skip days, but that's never anything to like feel guilty about. So I just, you know, keep moving forward, and it's like the most you can do, yeah. But yeah, overall my mood is just getting better, because I think it has something to do with just being hopeful. Like I finally just have hope, and have hope things are gonna get better, and I feel like with that, it's just like everything changes and my structure changes. It's like the foundation, you know, the foundation of the house. Speaking of that, I decided, okay, I have a little quick story time for you guys. Okay, so basically I was having life coaching with my friend. This friend, I don't know what to call her. I don't want to say like her real name, because like I don't want to like reveal her identity. Let's just call her Elizabeth. So Elizabeth, so I was having like one of my first sessions with her, and this was probably in like January, February, and one of the assignments was like draw a metaphor of your life, basically. So I decided to draw something based off of a Bible verse about the house on the rock. So it talks about like your foundation, and I'm not gonna like look it up right now because I'm like making a video, but yeah, the Bible verse, it has to do with, you know, is your house on the sand where it'll fall, or is your house like built on the rock, you know? So at the time, like I just felt like my house really was like on the sand. So I drew a picture of, so it was like draw a metaphor of your life now, and then draw a metaphor of like how you want your life to look, I guess. So I drew a picture of just like this busted house, which ironically like was my house. Like if you knew like how much was wrong with my house, you would like literally be in shock. Like I was living a little ugly, like, to be honest. And yeah, the main problem was like finding someone to do it, or finding someone to work on all the problems. We just couldn't find someone to do it, and then, you know, or they were like way booked out, and we just didn't know. When I say we, I say me and my mom. So yeah, so that was like a whole thing, like trying to figure out who would help fix it, you know. So I was just kind of living like that. I was just like, okay, like I kind of just made peace with it, honestly. And you know, a lot of things were wrong. And then, okay, so get this. So I drew a picture of a busted house, right? And then I drew a picture of the house. with a better foundation. And it was literally like them putting in pieces of wood and like fixing underneath the house, and like so that the house could be stronger. Man, I wish I had it with me right now. Actually, maybe I do. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh! Okay, I do have it. Guys, I'm so happy right now. Okay, so, and it has the date on it and like everything. So this was 2/16, okay? So this is pretty much my life, or how I felt like my life was on 2/16. Yeah, and it kind of looks like my old house, which is like what I was going for. But, and then this is the new foundation. So it was completely based off of a Bible verse. So one person, two people, also another person. And also notice how I'm alone here. It's just me, right? So, when I made this, I felt really embarrassed and I felt ashamed. And I felt embarrassed, and I just felt broken. I just felt like I just felt like I was like giving too much information, and I don't know, I felt like I was just being vulnerable too much, but I just decided to do it. And I think because of that, the Lord decided to bless me, because I ended up having my sink explode. My sink literally exploded. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Like, underneath, there's just water everywhere, and it was horrible. There's water everywhere, so it like flooded. So, I called my mom up, and I'm like, Mom, do you know of anyone who can like fix this stuff? And my mom's like, oh, well, I just got this guy's phone number, from Lowe's, so, I mean, I guess we could like try it out, you know? So I was like, yeah, like, that'd be cool. Let's just try him out. He ended up fixing it and doing a phenomenal job. He completely fixed it, and he also tore out all the wood pretty fast too. So we were so blown away by his work that we just basically asked him, like, can you just like help us fix the house? Like, please, can you just help us, like, you know? And it was a little bit of money, but not as much money as the other guys wanted. So he agreed, and he said yes, and guess what? He ended up giving the house a new foundation, which is what my house has been needing. He put up pillars underneath the house, 4 pillars. He ended up tearing out everything underneath, and he completely replaced everything. Sealed it up, and not only that, he fixed my sink. He ended up fixing 2 doors. He ended up fixing my bathroom fan. He fixed all my towel racks. Like, he even put up a smoke detector for me. Like, this guy fixed everything and the foundation. Like, how crazy is that? And if I could get on my phone right now, I would tell you guys when, like, the first time I texted him or whatever, because I know it was after that, for a fact. I know for a fact it was after that, maybe a week after, maybe a couple of days after, but yeah. So I think the lesson is to be vulnerable, and just keep in mind, like, everyone does embarrassing things, like, everyone makes mistakes, like, everyone feels a certain way, like, you know, like, we think that we're so unique and individual and different, but the truth is like, psychology says, like, we are actually more alike than we even think we are. So, yeah. And I think it's just important to be honest, and that's where you start forming a relationship with the Lord, when you just start to be honest, with yourself and with God and with other people. Like, that's literally what happens, you know? So stuff like this happens to me a lot, like, a lot, guys. it's just crazy. Just seeing it unfold, like literally in front of my eyes. Like, I don't know how else to say that. Like, and guys, like, I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting it so soon. But yeah. He even, okay, this is kind of TMI, but like, okay, so I'm a dreamer, so I get dreams, obviously. You guys probably get that, but I had a dream that he was also fixing the roof. And not the roof, it was like leaks were coming through the roof, and that him and his buddy, they were like patching up the roof. And guys, the next day, I see him on the roof, and he's working on the roof. Like, and it's just, it blows me away, you know? And I feel like these synchronicities are very, like, they really should be expected when you have, like, when you dig into the word, when you dig into God, when you have a relationship with God, like, things will unfold, you know? And I feel like it's kind of inevitable when you, like, actually have a relationship with, like, the Lord. You know, and if you're good at, like, seeing the signs and seeing different things, and it's kind of just, it's always just peaceful. It's always just peaceful, you know? I feel like that's how you know it's from the Lord, is that if there's something biblical to back it up in the Bible, okay? And also if it gives you peace. Like, if it just, you know, makes you feel better. So yeah, so that happened. And I mean, it really was kind of a wake-up call, because it really was like, yeah, my foundation is really bad and I need to work on it, like, for me. And I think my mindset with, like, isolating myself was like, how can I help other people if I can't even help myself? Like, how can I have friends if I feel like I'm just broken? Like, and all these thoughts were just going through my head. Like, I was just, and I feel like that's why initially, like, I never, like, wanted to, like, reach out to anybody, including people in real life. I was just, like, isolating myself. But I feel like that's actually how I ended up finding God, is like when I was just broken down to my lowest point, and I was just like, I need God. Like, I need God so bad. Like, I need him more than anyone. I need him more than anything. And that's literally how it happened. Like, I'm not kidding. When I just isolated myself from everyone and just started going to God, you know. Sometimes, like, loneliness is necessary, like, truly, you know. So that's just my opinion. And I realize that now, you know. And everything has just been making sense to me lately. Everything has just been lining up, and it really is just amazing. Like, sometimes I'm just speechless, because it's wonderful. It's so lovely. Words just can't even describe it. Words do no justice. But yeah, and I just feel like my relationship with the Lord is growing every day. As you grow with the Lord, you also grow, and I've noticed things are changing, certain things are changing. I am gaining certain things through the Lord, and I'm expecting a lot of change. I don't want to reveal too much right now, because I kind of want that to be its own thing, but you know, a lot of people at the house are very gifted, and it's kind of the same thing with everybody. It's like, the more you actually grow with the Lord, the more you grow into who, I guess, you're supposed to be. And sometimes we do gain certain abilities so that we can also help ourselves and help others. And my life is far from normal. I feel like it's actually abnormal. And my life is very supernatural, and my healing house is very supernatural, and I have seen things like people would not even believe. So I have new thoughts, I'm feeling like a new person, like, truly. Like, all the things I used to think, all the things I used to love, like, I just don't feel like that anymore. I just don't. I really don't. And I just love God, like, more and more just every day. Oh yeah, that also reminds me, I wanted to say something about the Myers-Briggs. So this might offend some people, because for some of you, the Myers-Briggs might be your life. And all I can say is just, I guess, do research and like form your own opinion, I guess. But I kind of ended up figuring out that the Myers-Briggs was formed almost through spirituality and almost through, like, I want to say witchcraft. And Carl Jung actually was a very spiritual person, but he, you know, supposedly he had this thing called a guide. And I believe demons are very smart, and they also know how to form themselves into other things. Like, there's a lot I could say about demons. A lot I could say that I've learned about demons, right? And demons, it literally says in the Bible that, you know, like, just think about the way a demon will look. Like, a demon is never how you think a demon will look, right? So that, I feel like that's kind of like basic knowledge. And he was associating with something in the spiritual realm that literally apparently would talk to him. No, it would address Jung as Christ. And I was just talking to my friend about this the other day, and, like, yeah, that is like a lie from the pit of hell. Like, that is straight up, I want to say, demonic. So I'm having second thoughts about the Myers-Briggs. Do I think it's like totally useless? No. Not at all. But is it definitely a man-made thing? Yes. I mean, same thing with psychology, right? So there are, but really, like, straight up, like, that is kind of crazy to think about. And I don't know the legitimacy of, like, the thing I read, but based off of the things I have read, I kind of did believe it, because I know Jung grew up in a very spiritual place, and he was exposed to things very young, and, you know, I could see it. So, and just because of the things he got involved with, the things he was doing, like, it just totally makes sense to me. So, honestly, I don't picture myself as INFJ, and I don't know if I'm gonna make more INFJ videos. If anything, I just picture myself as a truth seeker, and it almost makes sense to me because of self-fulfilling prophecy. It almost limits us and puts us in a little box. Same thing with, like, astrology. It's pretty much the same exact thing with, like, self-fulfilling prophecy. So I have mixed feelings about it now. I don't really know if it's, like, the best thing ever, and really, does it limit us, you know? And there's not a lot of research on it, and this and that, whatever. There's a lot I could say about it, but bottom line, I don't picture myself as an INFJ. I picture myself as a truth seeker, and I feel like that's how I ended up meeting Christ. And I really want, for now on, my channel to be more Christ-based, and to just talk more about my relationship with God. And you know, I do believe I was supposed to be a messenger of God. I really do. I just can't shake that. I really just can't. And so yeah, that's my 2 cents. And, you know, it's like, I don't know, I keep having mixed feelings about it, because it's like, I want to like it, and then it's like, I know this is just self-fulfilling prophecy, like, at the same time, but also it's like some things hit way too close to home sometimes. So it's like, I have mixed feelings about it, especially because of its origin. Obviously, I straight up am uncomfortable with that, so I don't feel peace about that. Not really. So there's that. And then what else? And lately, I guess just like lately, you know, I'm figuring out, I feel like I'm just relearning everything all over again. I feel like, you know, as I get closer to deliverance, you know, things are changing, I'm changing, and I feel like when the deliverance does happen, it's going to be so powerful, and it's literally going to just change my life. I think it's going to change other people's lives. Like, I think it's going to create a ripple effect in the people close to me. You know, I just have this overwhelming sense of peace about it, and excitement and nostalgia and just everything good. Just I'm truly just like so excited. And some of you, if you don't really know me that well, you're probably just kind of like judging me and like being judgmental, and you know, that's cool, but I don't really want that here. I want this to kind of be like a safe space for me to talk about like things like this without being just like criticized and judged right away. But I don't know, I have seen some stuff that has made me change my opinion on a lot of things that I used to think, I guess. And I think that just comes with growing and just growing up, honestly. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update. Oh yeah, I also got a new bunny. I was praying about this bunny for like a while. And the bunny's name is Mochi. So I have Pumpkin and Mochi, and yeah, I'm hoping to eventually breed Mochi. I think they're gonna be really cute, but yeah, she's so cute. Like, baby bunnies in general are they're just so adorable, guys. But yeah, so the Lord has been just like really working on me, really working on my heart, really working on my foundation. And I would suggest for anybody with anxiety or depression, I really recommend that you do just go to a healing house, and you go to one with people who have gotten results and are also very well trained and know what they're doing. Yeah, because honestly, I've been in church and I was going there, and you know what, I was still depressed, and I was still this, and I was still that, and it's just, I just get it now. I really do. And like I said, I'm just trying to let things go and just give it to the Lord and let the Lord deal with it. I feel like, for me personally, I put a bunch of things on my shoulders that weigh me down that aren't even mine to carry, you know? So, just something to think about, I guess. Just, you know, I do believe there are limiting spirits that limit us in ways that we don't even realize, or we think are just part of our personality, which is dangerous. But you know, once you go through deliverance, you finally realize, like, oh wait, I never really was like that. Like, that was just this thing that, you know, that was limiting me, you know, kind of thing. So this is kind of difficult for me to talk about, because I'm not really expecting like a lot of people to understand, unless maybe they've like have gone through deliverance or are like interested in deliverance. But I just think it is just so crucial. I just think it is so important. Even Elizabeth. So I have a little story about Elizabeth, because I really love Elizabeth and she's a huge part of my life. And Elizabeth, when she grew up, so I'm going to share a little testimony about Elizabeth. I don't really have a problem talking about her, because I mean, this whole channel is anonymous anyways, so that's just my opinion. But Elizabeth grew up kind of like as a bully. She was very dark, would wear trench coats to school and laugh at people, and it was just who she was. She was always kind of spiritual, and then she ended up getting delivered, and it was like a dramatic deliverance, and she was healed from everything. She could finally see straight, and she was just on fire for the Lord. So sorry, I'm like losing my voice, but so basically, it just changed her whole life, like, and she went through it, and when she was in college, her friend told her, like, you are anointed from your head to your toes. And literally in the college, they would just heal people. Like, they would pray over people together, like, as a team. And they would straight up do deliverance. People would drop to their knees. Like, people would experience the Holy Spirit. I don't know if some people have ever experienced that, but it is very powerful, and it will affect you in different ways. And a lot of people were healed from things, experienced the Holy Spirit. Like, it was crazy. And, you know, there would just be tons of people, you know, after class and stuff. And that is just kind of like her background, you know. But, you know, growing up, she was a very dark person, and it was literally all because of God. Like, she ended up giving up her flesh and pursuing the Lord, you know, and that's where the change happened. And when she finally joined ministry, that's when her gifts became very, very strong. And how do I say this? It's always in favor of the Lord, and it's always biblically based. So I guess that's the best way I could describe it right now. But so she is a very close friend of mine, and I'm friends with a lot of people like that. And, you know, they come from all walks of life and stuff like that. And guys, like, this almost feels like a testimony right now, even though it's like not like the testimony, you know what I mean? But guys, if you knew just like how shitty of a person I truly was, like, a couple years ago, I hurt people so bad, and like the worst part is, like, I can never take it back. But I did horrible things that I'm like not proud of, and it's just so crazy. Man, I didn't want to cry. I really didn't. But so embarrassing. But it's just crazy how no matter how many horrible things I did to people, the Lord just like was always there, with like arms wide open, and was just literally waiting for me, always ready to forgive me, always ready to just help me move on. And it's just crazy. It really is, guys. Ooh. And I just feel so blessed that we just have like a Lord like that. Like, that's really who the Lord is. Like, it's not like what people claim it is. It's not, you know, based on their feelings. Like, it's none of that. Like, the Lord is so good. Like, the Lord literally saved my life, and he continues to just save me every day and just help me and just guide me, and like, it's just crazy, guys. So I just wanted to say that, and that was just like really heavy on my heart. So I don't really think that there's anything else I really want to talk about right now. I am going through a lot, and I am learning how to let go of certain things, and it hasn't been easy. It's been very hard, but there are things that are being called for me to do that might require time, but I am trying to do them just like day by day, and I really do just feel like I am trying my best to like my fullest capacity, you know what I mean? So and for those like wanting to know anything about my heart, you need to go to the Healing House. If your heart has been hardened, or if your heart is cold, I really recommend that you just go, that you just do it. Just do it. So every like third Sunday of the month, we all meet up. Like, so they're like kind of micro churches, and we all meet up at this big place. I call that church. On the third Sunday of the month, and I went up there and I asked for prayer, and she told me something that I've been praying for every single day. Something so personal and what I feel like is embarrassing, but she just whispered it to me and she said, like, the Lord knows, like, and I was just like, it literally brought me to tears. I just was up there on the stand just sobbing. It was just so real. God is just like, I don't know, God is like the realest thing I've ever experienced. He's like the realest person, and it's so awesome. And they were praying for my heart, and they knew what was inside my heart, and they prayed over it, and ever since then, like, I've been feeling better. Not entirely, but there were weeds in my heart. My heart was cold, and they knew. They literally knew what to pray for. They knew what was wrong with me. They knew different things that, you know, I didn't think. I don't know why, like, I always just lie to myself. Well, I do know why, but and I always just think, God can't do this, God can't do that. We live by faith, not by sight. Okay? You know what she said? She said something which is so lovely. And she was like, the Lord is just hugging you. Like, I see the Lord just hugging you. Like, He loves you. And you know what my friend said yesterday? Elizabeth said yesterday? She said that the Lord is giving you red roses, and He is giving you this bouquet, and He just loves you. He just loves you. He cares for you. He sees you, and He is going to keep you safe. She also heard the word Exodus. And what does the word Exodus mean? It means the road out. When we think that there isn't a way, the Lord will make a way. And I will just be so shocked. Because in my mind, it's like I almost still can't believe it. Like, really? But yeah, you know? Like, that's the Lord. So yeah, I don't know really what else to say, guys. Kind of just giving you guys an update of everything. You know, I'm doing better in general. My sleep is getting better, even though I'm tired. Like, and I just know, like, certain things, you know, I open doors to certain things, and I'm paying the consequences, but I also know that, in the end, everything will be okay. Everything will work out in the end, and, oh yeah, and another thing, one more thing, oh, this video is getting so long, but, yeah, my friend asked me today, like, are you in a cult? And that really hurt me. But I just try to keep in mind, like, how much pain did Jesus go through? Like, you know? And we are the salt of the earth, the light of the earth, you know? It is a foreign thing, like, truly. So, I just try to keep that in mind, and I just try to keep in mind, like, you know, what people have and what people are going through, and the doors they've opened, and I just try to not judge people too hard, you know, because there's something behind the curtain kind of thing, you know. So but it did hurt. It hurt me. I'm not in a cult, by the way, if anyone was wondering. I hardly give them anything except my presence. And honestly, I don't want to reveal too much right now, but I don't live with them. You know, they understand my situation right now, and it kind of just is what it is. I have been trying to give more lately because that's what the Lord tells us to do, to give money, but trust me, it's not even a lot. So no, I'm not in a cult. I'm actually dealing with true Christians, people who actually want to see me healed because they are the Lord's people and they have so much love in their heart and they just want to see people feel better and do better. And I hate how people just get criticized for that and they just get judged and it just bothers me. But that's something I'm learning and I'm going through. And I mean, I'm no saint either. I mean, really, like, if you looked at my life even a year ago, I mean, I was still kind of a piece of shit. Better, but just a wreck, just so broken, and just, I could cry even just, like, thinking about it. And just always thinking, like, does anyone care? Does anyone care? I'm telling you right now, Jesus cares. And I know what it feels like to just be so broken and I just want to throw it all away, and I just get it. It's hard, you know, it's hard, being so sensitive and wanting to help and just feeling like you're failing and seeing everything just fall apart and just all that stuff. So, but things are getting better, things are looking up, and I'm just trusting the Lord, you know, and I'm just trying to do the best I can every day. So, like I said, I don't want to reveal too much because I do want to make like different videos about different things, so I guess that's all I'll really say for now. And you know, I really want to say, like, people, you know, they think something is a physical issue or a mental issue when it's actually spiritual. And it's like, I'm not going to tell anyone to do anything, okay? But it's like you almost have to examine the situation and be like, am I willing to give this a chance, like, to be healed spiritually? Because odds are, it will probably be able to, and it just kind of makes you think about everything, you know? And it really has changed me. Just the things I've seen and everything, like, it changes you, you know? It's inevitable, I feel like, anyways. But alright, well, I'm probably gonna let you guys go. This has been kind of a long video, but you know, this has been a nice talk, and I feel like a good update. So yeah, I'm probably gonna go do my word right now, so, or my daily bread right now. So yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm just thinking, like, if there's anything else. There's different things I could say, but they might just have to be like different videos. So, but yeah, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to see what happens. You know, I think this year is my year, like, 100%. This is the year everything changes, and I just know it deep in my soul. When it comes to just being healed and deliverance, I know for a fact, like, those things are going to change. So, alright, bye guys.